Hi guys, this is Kayla.
And this is Becky, and we're with a couple of Bees Read.
And we also like to predict our Book of the Month picks. So we are here today with a list of December predictions. First on that list is The Mystery Guest by Nita Prose. This is the second book in her Maid series.
Now, this is one I'm really hoping for. I wanted to pick it for November, but then it was like all these books I wanted, I noticed didn't come out until December.
Right. And I think it was one we talked about it on our November video, but we were like, it's probably going to be a December pick if it's not a November add-on. Now, it does come out on the 28th, so we'll see. Sometimes they put it up before December.
Well, that's true. That's true. All right, then we have The Frozen River by Ariel Lawhon. Is that right?
I think so.
Okay. A local midwife is asked to solve a murder of a man buried in ice.
It looks like a good sort of mystery for Book of the Month. I hadn't heard of this author before, so I thought this might be, a good one for them to bring us an author they haven't brought us. It does sound like a really cool mystery, though.
It does. It's very interesting.
Then one I keep seeing everywhere, like even on our predictions group, is The Kingdom of Sweets. Book of the Month have been putting those little prediction puzzles out.
Yes.
And a lot of people are saying that Kingdom of Sweets by Erica Johansen will be a pick. And it is very Christmassy. It is basically a Nutcracker novelization, I believe. Or it exists in the same universe as the Nutcracker. The cover is beautiful. The story sounds like exactly the kind of thing you would want to read over the holidays. So super excited about that one.
Yeah. A Winter in New York. Of course, it's wintertime. This is by Josie Silver. It's a book that...
It's actually been out since October, but I've noticed when they do their winter romances, they can pick up older ones. It's happened a couple of times. So I know everybody right now is like, that came out in October. I know. But sometimes they will release them a little later.
Well, and it says is now One Day in December. This is another book from her, right? Yeah, and I have had One Day in December on my to be read list on Book of the Month for like a year and a half. And I said, okay, I've got to get this before it sells out. So I think it sounds interesting.
And I also picked this one because of the puzzle. There's a little chef's hat on one of those puzzles they put out. It is about a young chef who stumbles upon a family secret recipe that might lead her to the love and the life that she wants.
Okay.
Next up, Better Than Revenge by Elizabeth Adler. This is probably a long shot because it doesn't come out till Christmas, but a lot of these books on the list don't come out till Christmas or right after. Maybe we'll get an early release. So here's what Amazon has to say about it. The next glamorous, suspenseful beach read from New York Times bestselling author Elizabeth Adler follows twin sister grifters whose next mark has just been murdered.
Uh-oh. Sounds interesting. The Engagement Party by Darby Kane.
Yes, which I was hoping that we would get an early release and get it this month, but alas.
Yeah, I really liked this one. So who knows? Sometimes we guess them in 1 month and they come out either as an add-on like later in the month or the next month. So,
and I do think the release date is like December 5th, so I knew in November it was a long shot.
Yeah,
but this one sounds so good. And Then There Were None meets I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is fun slasher film and Agatha Christie.
Well, and it says it's set on a private island in Maine, and I have a fascination with Maine. I really want to go to Maine, and they have the puffins up there, those cute little birds, and I always want to go to Maine and see the puffins. So, and of course Wayne rolls his eyes at me and goes, oh. But who knows? That could be a trip. Maybe we'll get a book out of it.
The next one is The Vacation House by Jane Schmilt, and I have not, and I hope I said that name right. I apologize if I did not. I have not heard of this author, even though she was nominated for an Edgar Award.
Wow.
And again, this is another one. It won't come out till after Christmas, but She wrote The Daughter, The Playground, and this novel is a tale of betrayal, family, and secrets from the past. And it is a psychological suspense novel. It looked very cool. So, of course, I consider it.
The Paris Housekeeper by Renee Ryan. She wrote The Secret Society of Salzburg, and it's about the bravery and resilience during World War II Paris and a woman who must face just impossible things to survive. And I love, I'm one of those people, sometimes I'll read a book just because of where it's based. Like if it's based in New Orleans, I'm going to read that book. If it's on a beach, I'm going to read that book. If it's in Paris or in Tuscany, Italy or somewhere, I'm going to read those books, because I just, I've never been to Paris. I have been to Italy, and so I want to go and experience, even if it's just through a book. So I'll probably be looking at that one strongly.
And next we have The Gentleman's Gambit by Evie Dunmore. I feel like, even though I haven't seen any hints of it on puzzles, like this one's got to be obvious. It is the last in her 4-book series. And between us, I think we have both of, all 3 of Evie Dunmore's others.
Yeah. I think so too.
A Robe of One's Own and books like that. It's fun,
gotta finish up the series
romance.
Yeah.
So, book of the month. If you don't have this, we're going to be upset.
Flores and Miss Paula by Melissa Rivero, a novel about a Peruvian immigrant mother and her millennial daughter, and they have one final chance to find common ground. And it's just one of those coming of age and, just multi-generational, trying to get along and understand each other. Mothers knows best. No, she doesn't. But you know what? I always found that, as children get older, their parents get smarter, or at least they think so.
This is true. But it just sounds like a book of the month pick, and the cover is very book of the month. It's gorgeous.
I also pick books because I like the cover.
Pick books based on the cover.
I do
sometimes. In fact, the book you're going to review this week I picked, this is based on the cover 100%. Technically Yours by Denise Williams. This one, I know they're going to have a holiday romance, so I just picked the ones that sounded like they would fit.
Yeah.
And this one was one that popped up. So 8 years ago, he fell in love with a stranger he couldn't have. Today, she's back in his life, and the sparks between them threaten to set her career on fire. So another fun winter romance, and we're going to keep our fingers crossed that we get some of these picks.
Yeah, sounds good.
So if you noticed any other books that were hinted at, please put that in the comments. And
I'm not always that good at their puzzles.
No, I'm never good at the puzzles.
I just read through there and pick what I like, and sometimes, maybe a lot of times, it's wishful thinking.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Whatever.
Hopefully that's not the case with our picks this time, but if it is, hey, we've recommended some great books.
That's right.
So let us know what you think in the comments. Bye, guys.
Bye.